Trying to Fit podcast, motivational fitness coaching for beginners.
No pain, no gain is a popular saying. And with the gyms opening up in the US now, we get a chance to get our gains back. But is it safe for us to go back to the gym? Stay tuned until the end where you'll get a checklist on some of the things you want to look for in a safe gym. You're listening to Trying to Fit, a motivational fitness podcast meant to guide beginners to getting fit through the proper mindset, planning, and actions. My name is Vladimir, Coach Glad Simeon, and I'm a health fitness specialist with a philosophy to keep fitness practical so that it's easy to start and maintain. We're here to get inspired to get healthier, learn from the successful, and overcome whatever is keeping you from getting fit. Are you ready to put in work? Let's get started.
It's time to get busy.
All right, warm-up time. Let's get started.
Welcome to Trying to Fit. I'm your host, Coach Glad, and I want to thank you for tuning in. This is episode 6, and we're starting a new series on health and fitness during COVID. Today, we're going to be discussing, is it safe for us to go back to the gym since gyms have opened up since the end of May? The crazy thing is I've heard of gyms opening up way before, probably in April. And this is before we had all of these safety protocols. But today I'm going to share all of those protocols with you so that you're informed and you can make the decision on if you want to go to the gym or not. Are you ready to get started?
All right, time to put in the work. Ready, set, go.
Gyms have been closed in the US since March of 2020, and they have opened up in some parts of the US as early as May, the end of May of 2020. And this left me scratching my head because I thought they opened up too soon. But this is before I know about all the protocols that they put in place for their patrons. Even before COVID, the gym is known as a very, very high contact area. That means hundreds of people come in and they're touching different parts of machines and different things like that. They're sweating and breathing on all of this equipment. And even before COVID, you were putting yourself at risk for different types of skin infections and different things like that. I say that not to scare you, but to make you aware that even before COVID, the gym was a pretty high contact place. But now with all of these protocols put in place, they're making the gym a lot more sanitary and a lot more safe for everyone. And I'm not telling you not to go to the gym. Personally, I'm a big proponent of exercise, and I believe that exercise is medicine. And I also believe that the gym is probably one of the best places for you to go to get that exercise, especially since COVID has changed a lot of our routines. Sometimes you just need a break from home. You need a break from everything you're going through, and you just need to get away. And one of the best things to do to get away is get exercise. I know personally for me, my family knows when I need to go to the gym. I get a little bit cranky and they're like, hey, you need to get your bag and you need to go because you're snapping at people. And I always feel 10 times better after going to the gym. And even the CDC is a big proponent on exercise. And this is what the CDC says about exercise. The Center of Disease Control says that some benefits of physical activity on brain health happen right after a session of moderate to vigorous physical activity. Benefits include improved thinking or cognition for children 6 to 13 and reduced short-term feeling of anxiety for adults. Regular physical activity can help your thinking, learning, and judgment skills to sharpen as you age, and it can also reduce your risk of depression and anxiety and help you sleep better. Therefore, physical exercise is truly beneficial for your physical health and your mental and emotional health. But before you decide on, okay, I'm going to take that chance and put myself and my family at risk by going to the gym, I want to make sure that you know all of the safety protocols, and I want to arm you with things that you could do for your own safety when you go back to the gym.
Easy set. Time to add some weight.
Before we dive into any of the protocols, I wanted you to know why the gyms are taking this extremely serious. During the stay-at-home order, we've seen a lot of businesses in the U.S. shut down for good. They closed their doors. They're never going to reopen. The gym closed temporarily, but they've seen millions and millions of dollars lost because they couldn't charge for membership. So now they're putting all of these protocols into place so that they can not have any cases of COVID in any one of their facilities, because if they do, they have to close down again. Therefore, some of the protocols they put into place, and please excuse me because it's a long list and I'm going to read off some of the most important ones, but please excuse me for reading it. A lot of the gym staff underwent a lot of special training to clean the machines off and to make sure that everything stays sanitary. The staff also has to get temperature checks. This is every day before they start their shifts. They're not allowed to congregate together. Even if they go to lunch, they have to go to lunch at separate times. So it's practicing social distancing among the staff. Staff members must wear a mask and gloves at all times, and they still have to practice hand washing protocols. The gym is at 25% capacity now, so they're limiting the amount of people that are able to go into the gym, which is not super important right now because the gyms are pretty empty. There's only a few people inside the gyms every hour in some of these places. To practice social distancing, they've limited the amount of machines that they have on the actual floor. They either totally removed them or turn the cardio equipment off. For example, if there's 10 treadmills in a row side by side, only 2 or 3 of those machines will actually be on and plugged in for your use, so that they're practicing social distancing. They're adding a lot of hand sanitizing stations, and they're adding hospital grade sanitizing wipes, so spray bottles and paper towels for you to use. And it's consistent cleaning of the machines. Sometimes it's every hour for some gyms, or it's every 2 hours. And even if they see you clean the machine, they have to go behind you and clean the machine and make sure that it's completely dry before they allow somebody else to use the same machine. They're also keeping the doors open at some of the gyms for better ventilation, and they're limiting traffic in the gym so you don't come across too many people. You've seen it at some supermarkets where you're only allowed to go one way down the aisle. Some of the protocols that they put in place for their patrons is all patrons have to wear masks. Some gyms, it's mandatory for you to wear gloves. Some gyms it's optional. You have to get your temperature check, and you have to fill out the COVID-19 questionnaire that you see at a lot of the hospitals. Patrons are encouraged to clean all the machines before and after use. You have to bring in your own towel. You can't depend on the gym to give you a towel. If your gym provided towels before, they're not going to do that now. And they're also asking that the patrons limit their time in the gym, where you were able to stay as long as you want. Some gyms are limiting the time that you're actually could be in the gym. Some gyms, if they had a pool or a sauna or things like that, those things are shut down and you cannot use those. These are the minimum things that your gyms have to do to ensure safety. If your gym is not doing this, you do not need to go to the gym. You do not need to put yourself or your family at risk of contracting COVID. So make sure that your gym is following this for your own safety and for your family's safety.
Time to cool down.
I'm closing the show with this. Are gyms safe to go back to? It's hard to say. It's on a case-by-case basis. It really depends on the gym. But I gives me peace of mind saying that some of the gyms with all of these protocols put in place are safer than some of the stores or restaurants that you are probably going to. With all of these in place, it gives me peace of mind knowing that if I follow the same protocols or the proper protocols, that I will be safe and not put myself or my family at risk. But I want you to try it yourself. If you can answer yes to all three of these questions, then you can have the same peace of mind knowing that, okay, my gym is safe. The number one question to ask yourself, was my gym a clean gym before? If the answer is yes, then that has a lot to do with management and leadership. If it was a dirty gym before, it's only a matter of time before the gym is dirty and unsanitary again, and you're putting yourself at risk. The number two thing is, were members cleaning up after themselves prior to COVID? This has a lot to do with the gym culture. If the members weren't cleaning up before, it's hard for me to say that they will do it after COVID-19. The number three thing is, are you going to practice the proper protocols? Even if everyone else practices proper protocols, if you're not going to follow them yourself, then you really don't want to put yourself or your family at risk for contracting COVID. If you can answer yes to all three of these questions, then have the peace of mind knowing that, okay, it's safe for me to go back to my own gym.
Good work today. You pushed yourself.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Trying to Fit. I'm your host, Coach Glad, and we're going to continue this conversation in our Trying to Fit online community on Patreon. Join our community where you get the support you need to chase your fitness goals. Join us next week where we're going to be discussing personal fitness during COVID-19 and some of your options with that. And if nobody has told you yet, I love you, God bless you, and be unstoppable. Bye-bye.
Join the movement.